In Bridge Academy's grading system, perspective is a very important study. Starting from grade 1 to grade 3, we are going to be having lessons in perspective. But throughout our art life, perspective is going to be a part and parcel of our knowledge. We have seen what perspective is. Objects that are close to us seem to be bigger and they seem to become smaller as they recede from us. This is line perspective. Objects which are high contrast seem to lose their contrast and become lighter as they recede from us. This is gradation perspective. Now we are going to be doing color perspective, which is objects of the same color look brighter when it is close to us and becomes lighter and bluer as they recede from us. After completing the painting, we will talk about why that happens. So, we have done the basic drawing. I have done something like a fire hydrant. I didn't go in for a specific form. So, we have drawn that, and as with the drawing perspective, the object is becoming smaller as it goes away. When I start painting, you will also see that the detailing is also less. Now what we are going to do is, we are going to start the sky. Let this lesson also talk about how to paint the sky. So now we have painted the sky using wet on wet technique. Wet on wet technique is, the color is wet because we have added water, diluted it, the color is wet. We also wet the paper so the flow is better and there won't be sharp edges. Only in very few places where we want the sharp edges, we allow the sharp edges to happen. We use cobalt blue, dilute. Watercolor is a transparent medium, so it has to be dilute. When you want to darken a color, you mix other colors to this. Don't mix black. Black dirties colors. Unless you are an expert, you can't mix black. And the color becomes lighter as it comes down. The sky color becomes lighter as it comes down. Here, when we see, the blue is deeper. The clouds have high contrast. As it recedes, the sky itself becomes lighter. Why? Because the dust on the earth's surface gets collected more because of the distance. Here, the dust is only this much. The dust is miles together. So, the sky looks lighter as it comes down. Now the next stage, we have painted the fire hydrants. We'll call it a fire hydrant. I have used crimson red a little bit and vermilion red for the hydrant, and I've used yellow ochre and a little bit of blue and a little bit of red for the cement block where the fire hydrant stands. As you saw, as I was painting, I was adding blue to, this color was pure red. I added a little bit of blue out here. I have left out a highlight, and I have also left out a highlight there, but that highlight becomes smaller and it's slightly colored. Here it is bright white. The next step was more blue. The fourth was almost blue, just a touch of red. So now itself we can see that these four objects are moving out. Likewise, even the cement block, I have added more texture to the cement block near us, and the texture is becoming less. The far away one doesn't have any texture at all. So what we have done now is, after doing the hydrants, fire hydrants in reds and adding a little bit of blue to it to make it go far away, some more blue, and the last one is almost blue. Now likewise what we have done here is, we have applied yellow ochre at the top. Yellow ochre, yellows basically are warm colors. Warm colors seem to be closer to us and cool colors seem to be away from us. If there is a cool color close to us, the cool color will be bright, full intensity cool color. Here the intensity is down. So I have added a little bit of blue, as you saw. I added a little bit of cobalt blue and I painted the next layer and the next layer. When we are doing a landscape, we won't be painting the grassland or farmland in layers. We will be painting as a continuous stroke, but we will be adding here right next to us. We will be having yellows and bright greens, and we mix a little bit of blue and keep mixing till it becomes bluish, almost blue. That's how here the strokes have become smaller. By the third layer there are no strokes. Independent strokes are not there at all. The last row is almost blue, just a little bit of green, and there is no detail whatsoever. When we add a little bit of, I'll be adding a little bit of detailing just to show how this works. Then we will know how color perspective is achieved. So now we see that colors which are close to us with the objects that are close to us, the colors are very bright, and we mixed blue and we diluted the color to paint the same colored object going away from us. And sometimes we even mixed a little bit of brown to dirty the colors. Why does that happen? In the atmosphere there is dust. The sky color is caught by the dust. So there is an object here close to us. This object has only this much of dust. Object that is very far away has that much of dust. It is like having a tracing paper on an object. The more the tracing paper, the lighter the object looks. That is the system of color perspective.